Wait, check this out.
This hour, an illegal immigrant from Venezuela who entered the country during the Biden administration will appear before a judge for the first time since allegedly murdering 18-year-old Loyola college student Sheridan Gorman. She was shot and killed last week while she was out walking near the Chicago campus with her friends. Hello, everyone. This is Outnumbered. I'm Emily Compagno, and joining us today, Sandra Smith, co-anchor of America Reports, Carly Shimkus, Fox and Friends First co-host, Donna Rotuno, criminal defense attorney, co-host of the weekly rap sheet on Fox Nation and Fox News contributor, and host of the Crime and Justice with Donna Rotuno podcast, and Marcus Lemonis, businessman, host of The Fixer on Fox Business and Fox Nation, and Fox News contributor. Now, the suspect, 25-year-old Jose Medina, is charged with first-degree murder and attempted murder, 3 counts of aggravated assault, and discharge of a firearm, and aggravated unlawful possession of a weapon. But this isn't his first arrest. The Department of Homeland Security confirming this: Jose Medina was previously released after an arrest for shoplifting in Chicago. Sheridan Gorman had her whole life ahead of her before this cold-blooded killer decided to end her life. We are calling on Governor J.B. Pritzker and Chicago's sanctuary politicians to commit to not releasing this criminal illegal alien from jail back into American neighborhoods. Meanwhile, critics are slamming one Democratic alderwoman, saying that she callously dismissed this teenager's murder as simply wrong place, wrong time. Watch.
It seems she might have, that as they were just out, you know, people go out to the beach all the time, right? And they go out on the pier, they walk around. So the kids were out doing normal things people do in the neighborhood. And it sounds like this might have been a wrong place, wrong time, running into a person who had a gun. They might have startled this person at the end of the pier unintentionally. We don't believe there is cause for broader community concern.
Gorman's family defended her, saying this: what Sheridan was doing that night, walking with friends near her campus, was normal. It was safe. It is what students do every day. We will not allow this to be dismissed as wrong place, wrong time. This was not random misfortune. This was a violent and preventable act. Donna, the gasps here on the couch audible as we listen to, frankly, what were callous statements from that alderwoman. Talk to us about the legal implications here and the structure that this illegal alien enjoyed.
Well, there's so much I can say here, as this basically happened in my backyard, and he will go into a courthouse that I'm in almost every single day. This is horrendous. This reaction from the alderwoman is abhorrent. The fact that you would dismiss this as wrong place, wrong time. There should never be a place where it's okay for people to walk around with guns and shoot people anywhere, much less on the lakefront in Chicago. I mean, this is an area that is beautiful. This is the area that J.B. Pritzker was walking down the walkway, telling Marianne Ahern from the news that this is a safe place and Chicago's a wonderful community, and it should be. It should be a safe place, and this is awful. What happened to this girl, it was absolutely preventable. The fact that these policies are in place that allowed him to be released. Back when we had reasonable policies in this country, you would get arrested, and if you had an issue where you were not a citizen, there would be a detainer placed on you, and then ICE would be able to come into the jails and remove you. That is no longer happening. These detainers don't mean anything. The jails in sanctuary cities are not allowing the ICE agents to come in and remove them. And this is making everyone unsafe. There is absolutely no reason for this. There is no logical reason to say we should allow this to continue happening, and these sanctuary policies have to stop.
And Sandra, the family also addressed the suspect's prior run-ins with the law, saying this: we are gravely disappointed by the policies and failures that allowed this individual to remain in a position to commit this crime. When systems fail, whether through release decisions, lack of coordination, or unwillingness to act, the consequences are not abstract. They are real, and in our case, they are permanent, and may I add, heartbreaking.
We all gasped on the couch, including Donna and I, who know that city very well, and we know that it was not in too distant past where Governor Pritzker walked along that lakefront where she was killed and touted its safety and how great Chicago is doing. And I mean, we remember this moment and we thought, wow, Well, try being that young student, try being the family of that young girl and being told by that Democrat alderman that, you know what, this wasn't a bad guy that was never supposed to be here in the first place that killed your daughter, that it was her fault. She was walking in the wrong place at the wrong time. She may have even startled that guy, that person with a gun. I mean, it's just horrific, the explanation that's been given to this poor family. And I was just telling Donna, you know, we look at that city and we think, gosh, it's so far from what it once was and what it could be. It's a great American city. It always has been. But it has been destroyed by these far-left policies that have made people like this not safe to walk the streets there. This young student who had every right to be out and about. And she's in the wrong place at the wrong time, she's told. It's not about the policies. It's about her mistake. That's what they've ultimately been told. And that's why people are fleeing the city still to this day.
Yeah, I mean, the Chicago alderwoman, I think her statement is part of a trend, and that is defending the indefensible. And in this case, placing some of the blame in the victim. I mean, she was not at the wrong place at the wrong time. This illegal immigrant was, which is in our country. That's the wrong place with a prior criminal record. And I say that these statements are part of a trend because I remember that after a woman was lit on fire on one of the Chicago train lines, Mayor Brandon Johnson came out with a statement and said, all I can say is that as awful and as horrific as this tragedy is, it was an isolated incident.
American woman killed, an illegal alien from Venezuela arrested, charged with first-degree murder. 18-year-old Loyola University student Sheridan Gordon. What more will it take for Democrats to stop these stories? He entered the U.S. under Joe Biden. He was caught and released in May. Miranda, what more will it take for Democrats to stop these stories? He entered the U.S. under Joe Biden. He was caught and released in May 2023. The Sanctuary Chicago caught him for shoplifting and released him again in June 2023. This is a national disgrace. Isn't it time to stop our women getting murdered by illegal aliens?
They don't care. They don't care. That's why he said the incident she spoke of was an isolated incident. That's why they say this student was at the wrong place at the wrong time. So hold on. So it's okay that this illegal who shouldn't even have been here, who already had got a prior record already, criminal history already. Like, literally, it's like, since, and I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say since Biden got in office, it seemed that since Biden got in office, since then, 2020, the entire world has flipped upside down. The entire world has flipped upside down since Biden got elected. Because it hasn't went right side up since. When you find yourself trying to justify the unjustifiable, and I'm a little worried that this is how it's going to be forever now, till I die and I'm out of here and I'm gone. I feel like this is how it's going to be forever. Prayers up to that family that got to deal with that, and the thought that Democrats who let this guy in when he already had a criminal, record, and now he done did this to, my family member. Prayers to them. Honestly, if this was my family, literally, and this happened because of an illegal, and he was let in under the Democratic administration, literally, I will be telling my mayor and the governor of whatever city and state, if I was in Chicago, I would be telling Johnson and Pritzker that I better not catch y'all outside. I'm like, because I'm coming for both of y'all. And I'm not resting until both of you are 6 feet. I literally would be saying that. I would be like, I better not catch either one of y'all outside somewhere in Chicago. I'm telling you that. Because whoever with you, I'm at everybody. At everybody. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. All right. As always, if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, hype me up, all that good stuff. If you don't like it, you know what to do. I don't care. You're beneath me. You're a nobody. But if you do like it, make sure you subscribe for me and all of that so you can keep seeing the videos. I'm going to keep doing them. All right. Y'all stay tuned with me. We're going to build this channel. I promise you, I'm figuring it out. All right. Till next time, y'all. I'm out. I feel like I'm good on my own. Don't need nobody beside me.